Hey guys, and welcome to the top 10 account goals for your Runescape account. Now, my voice is almost back to normal, so that's a good thing, I guess. Now, when you're ready, grab your cup of tea, sit back, relax, and enjoy. At number 10, we have curses. Now, these goals are actually in a kind of particular order, so pretty much easier to get to harder and hardest in terms of this list, but take the list with a grain of salt. These are just 10 amazing goals for your Runescape account. Anyways, at number 10, like I said, we have curses. Now, curses are going to be essential for your Runescape account if you're going to be doing any PVM whatsoever. It might be PVM, as in bossing, it might be AFKing some monsters, it might be just doing Slayer. Curses like Soul Splits and the boosting curses like Turmoil, Torment, and Anguish, and even the tier 99 prayers are super damn useful. A great example of using Soul Split is me using Soul Split as seen on screen in conjunction with a Demon Horn necklace and a Bone Crusher, giving me unlimited prayer and unlimited life points. Now, to actually unlock curses, you have to get some stats up, as seen on screen, and you have to complete a bunch of quests, finishing with the quest called the Temple at Santistan. This is the quest that will unlock the curses. Of course, to actually use curses, you don't only have to unlock curses, but you also have to have the required prayer level, depending on the curse. As an example, Soul Split requires level 92 prayer. The next goal would be a tier 90 weapon. Now, of course, you could also get yourself a tier 87 weapon for, let's say, magic, the obliteration staff, it's fine as well. But getting a tier 90 weapon is really a big step towards getting more money power at bosses, doing Slayer more efficiently, and just having an easier time during your combat in RuneScape 3. Now, you can also see this goal as a, combination of getting a good PVM armor set, good gloves, a good amulet, and of course the tier 90 weapon, so that you're set for PVM in at least one style. Probably if you're an Iron Man, the easiest tier 90 set to get, which isn't as good as, let's say, a Noxious Scythe, the Elder Rune plus 5 weapon and Elder Rune plus 5 armor set is probably a good goal to go for as an Iron Man. The next goal is probably a goal you definitely expected to see on this list. This is the Elven City. Unlocking this is essential for your grind all the way up to max cape, as it unlocks a good Slayer Master, a useful lodestone, the max guild, high level skilling locations, and much more. To unlock Elf City, you have to complete the Plague's End quest, which requires level 75 intense skills and level 70 fletching. If you want the full details on how to unlock Elf City and the stats you require or the quest you have to complete, check out my How to Unlock Elf City video. I'll leave it in the description below. A few examples for high level skilling training at the Elven City would be extra farming patches, the Seven Stones for mining, and of course waterfall fishing for fishing. The next goal is unlocking Invention, probably being one of the most useful skills in the game and essential to unlock if you're going for max cape, as it provides many benefits. Now, you may be thinking, how does one unlock Invention? Well, it's pretty simple. You get level 80 in 3 stats, being smithing, divination, and crafting. Now, Invention is a massive skill, but basically summarized, what it does is it gives you more experience when skilling, it gives you useful items for skilling, it can let you create skilling outfit pieces by collecting fragments and then creating them. You can use components to increase your DPS or DPM while PVMing, or giving your weapon more damage or cool effects. The same goes for armor, you can reduce damage taken. There's machines that will let you auto-alch items, aka making money AFK. You can make springs for your spring cleaner and just so much more. And if you're an Iron Man watching this video, this has to be your #1 priority to get, as you can just train the skill even while skilling or just doing combat. You can train it with anything and it benefits everything. This skill is just super good to unlock, and it's just going to benefit your account greatly. The next goal for your account would be unlocking a KILN cape, or just getting a KILN cape. Now, the KILN cape is the second best in slot cape in the game, apart from the completionist cape if you're using just one style. This is debatable because max cape can let you use 3 perks, but the KILN cape is one of the best capes in the game to use for any PVM situation. Now, to get the KILN cape, you must first complete the Elder KILN quest to unlock the Fight KILN minigame. This will require level 75 magic, 60 agility, and level 41 mining. Once unlocked, you do require a fire cape to be destroyed or sacrificed to even start the KILN minigame. This is one of the harder PvM minigames in the game, and I highly suggest you use my guide if you plan on doing this. Now, there's 3 versions of the cape. There's the melee version, magic, and range version, and the way you receive each one is by doing the most damage throughout the entire Fight KILN minigame with a particular combat style. Now, like I said before, this minigame is pretty hard, so I highly suggest you have 80 plus combat stats before even attempting this minigame. At number 5, we have Overloads. Now, you may have heard of these pretty often, as they're pretty much the best potion in game for boosting all your stats all around without going down when using Savardarian Brews. Overloads require level 96 Herblore or a higher Herblore depending on which mixed version you're making, like a Supreme version for example, or maybe even a Searing Overload. You know, there's different versions which you can unlock afterwards in Priv with the special potion recipes, but Overloads are essential for any PvM, Slayer or bossing or even AFKing situations. They can boost your stats, boosting your kills per hour, getting you more money, giving you more accuracy at a certain boss, more damage. These are just so good to get, and there's literally no player in RuneScape ever that's going to tell you it's not worth to get this skill to level 96. It is going to be expensive, but overloads are just so damn useful. And there's, like I said, no one in the game that's going to tell you otherwise, unless they are some kind of skiller or something. I don't know. They're super useful, okay? Just go for them. Make it an account goal of yours, because it's going to be worth it, and you're going to know what I'm talking about once you unlock them and start bossing. Next up, we have a goal you don't necessarily need to do if you're going for Maxscape or whatever, but if you enjoy PvM, completing an entire boss collection log can be a quite rewarding achievement for yourself, as you'll be getting a pet, of course, as you need it for the boss drop collection, and a very nice title depending on which boss you complete the log of. I personally do not have any of these complete at all yet. I'm very close to a few, which are Goddar's Dungeon 1 bosses. I'm only doing them because they're AFK easy, and I actually do like the titles more than some other bosses, but I have not had much luck. If you are going to be going for a goal like this, do not expect it to be easy or fast, as getting a complete boss collection log can take quite some KC, aka kill count. I personally have almost 2000 KC on Armadillo, and I do not have the entire collection complete just yet. I will get it someday, of course, when I do get that Kriara or Chikara pet drop. The next goal is getting a quest cape, aka finishing all the big main quests in the game. This will get you a nice set of rewards, giving you access to multiple cool Slayer creatures, cool stuff, big experience lamp rewards, cool areas, and useful skilling locations. Completing some of the most important quests in the game is essential to benefiting your account. Honestly, most players that max are going to get the quest cape afterwards if they have not already, just to get that comp requirement ticked off. And yes, this is a comp requirement, of course, including all mini quests and some other stuff. But do not be mistaken, getting the quest cape is not a piece of cake, and it's going to take you quite a while to get all the stats done for the quests, and completing the quests themselves takes a bunch of time as well, but it's definitely worth it. Speaking of max cape, the max cape. Probably the most common goal all players go for in RuneScape 3, or even in old school. It's just a thing to go for, and some people think it's the end of the game, some people think it's the beginning of the game because you unlock the boss portal and some other useful bonuses. Well, the max cape of course requires you to get level 99 in every single skill. The max cape has many benefits, being a good hybrid cape, giving you access to 3 entire skill cape perks on that single cape that you can add at once and use at the same time, being 1 more than a expert skill cape and 2 more than a general normal skill cape. Apart from this, it also gives you access to a very nice max skill teleport, bringing you to the GE and a bank very fast. You can add this to your action bar, and it's just unlimited teleports to that area, which is just crazy useful. Now, the max guild itself has a very nice bonfire for just maxed and comp players. You know, you have all max players around you, and the most important thing about max cape is you have a teleport. You can get your presets, and if you've died at the boss or whatever, you just whip it out, go to the boss portal, attune it to whatever boss you want, go there, teleport, bam, and you're there. Extremely useful, especially for bosses that require a lot of walking. A good example of this would be Nex. So, you know, it's just... This is probably the main reason most people go for Runescape these days, the bossing portal. It's incredibly useful. So yeah, if you're a normal player or an Iron Man player watching this video, getting a Runescape is probably the best thing to do and probably one of the best goals you'll ever achieve in RuneScape 3 in terms of uses. And at number 1, a goal a lot of players go for after maxing and even some before maxing, just like myself, a Master Skill Cape. This is getting a virtual level 120 in any given skill. This is 8 times the experience of a 99, being 104.3 million experience in a skill. This will only unlock a cosmetic 120 cape. Some 120 capes actually have a skill cape perk that is more useful than the level 99 skill cape perk, but other than that, it's more or less a cosmetic cape. In my opinion, they are definitely worth getting, especially if you're bored after maxing, or you just need a goal to work towards. One of the easiest 120s to get, and you'll probably have it on your way to Runescape if you do Invention while, you know, skilling, doing combat, is 120 Invention. Because it requires less experience and Invention is a very fast skill. If you go for, let's say, 120 Slay, you'll probably have a 120 in a combat skill. And if you have a few combat 120s, you'll get 120 HP. Maybe if you enjoy AFKing fishing and you do it for a long while, you'll have 120 fishing. And overall, I'd say it's worth the time you put into it. But do keep in mind, it's just a cosmetic cape. It's just pixels. You don't get a new emote, at least at this point in time you do not. Maybe in the future, who knows, but currently there are no Master Skill Cape emotes, except for the Dungeoneering one, of course, and the Slayer one, but other than that, not really. So if you're one of the more dedicated players after Runescape or whenever, you can go for one of these, otherwise just don't do it. Anyways, that is the end of the top 10 goals for your RuneScape account video. I hope you guys enjoyed. If you did enjoy, leave a like down below and maybe even consider subscribing. And I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.